Randy, I'm glad you started with because the president had this event at the in the East Room of the White House yesterday, taking what executive action he could to level the playing field, if you will, in terms of women still getting overall 77 cents on the dollar. Mitch McConnell yesterday said, well, these are Democrats just this is like blowing kisses to their Democratic women. I mean, that's where, for the Paycheck Fairness Act, that's how he describes it. Just blowing a few kisses, nothing.
Well, this is, so look what's going on in this country. And I think about it this way. Think about the ladder of opportunity. That's what this country was always about. And, you know, when you see in the what's in the Congress right now, the Senate is trying to pass minimum wage laws, and House has already said, ain't going to, excuse my language, ain't going to do it. Senate passing extension of unemployment, House saying ain't going to do it. Now on this issue, where in terms of workforce participation, we know that women still don't make the same amount of money for similar jobs as men do, and that Barbara Mikulski has come up with a bill that's going to be introduced today. We know that when women join unions, they actually their wages increase because through collective action you have your wages increasing. So and we know what the Republicans say about unions and unionization. So all these things that help Americans get a little bit more for the work that they do so that they're treated fairly, or if they're laid off, they still have that safety net. All these things on what I call the ladder of opportunity, the Republicans are basically, acting like the Russians. Yet. I'm like, so what happened to the American dream here?
Yeah.
Like, because this is about, so what is it? Only the billionaires get opportunity? Like, and what's all the tax cuts and the offshore stuff and the corporate welfare? So corporate welfare is okay, but the ladder of opportunity for our regular folks is not. And that's what you're seeing in sharp relief.
And then they dismiss it and they ridicule it like blowing a few kisses. But I do want to ask you this.
Sorry.
No, it's great. But isn't teaching maybe, at least I think it is, you can correct me if I'm wrong, one area where women are compensated the same as men?
Exactly. And look at what's happening. In teaching and in nursing, the two dominant female professions, the caring professions. I'm not saying other professions aren't the caring professions, but these are the caring professions, and I'm honored to represent both teachers and nurses. Teachers are paid at the same rate. That was something that we have fought for. And in fact, frankly, a lot of the reasons we have due process is because, teachers, if they were pregnant, were fired. Or teachers, if they, were not, didn't do what a school board thought was the moral thing to do, they were fired. Not, something bad in terms of misconduct, but if they, were dating a man, or they were, they got married and they got pregnant, that, the school boards didn't want kids to see teachers who were pregnant. They didn't want to have to answer those questions. Right. So we have
Let
fought.
alone dating another woman.
Right. Well, let's not even go there. But we have fought for that kind of equality throughout the United States, but look at what's happened. These professions get incredibly demonized and vilified. So the professions that are dominantly females. Do you hear, the medical profession getting this demonized? Do you hear when somebody says that something's going on with our health system? Do you hear people say, "Oh, it's because of bad doctors"? No, they say something's going on with the health system. Yeah. And in education, when something's going on with the education system, immediately it's bad teachers. And so there is something about
same with the legal
being
profession.
A dominant, a dominant female profession where there's and you see this in terms of the economics too. So it's great that the president did this in terms of the awareness of women's issues and family issues, because women's issues are family issues, and it's great that Barbara Mikulski is submitting the bill today.